When was the Bible written? Composition of the Bible. The Bible, a collection of texts sacred in Christianity, is divided into the Old Testament and the New Testament. Its composition spans centuries, involving various authors, genres, and contexts. Old Testament, Hebrew Bible. Early prophetic and historical books, includes texts that are among the oldest in the Bible, such as portions of the Pentateuch, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, and early prophetic books, for example, Amos, Hosea. The historical books, Judges, Samuel, Kings, compile earlier sources and narratives. Wisdom literature and Psalms, comprised of books like Proverbs, Job, Ecclesiastes, and the Psalms. These texts reflect a broad spectrum of religious thought and were composed over several centuries. Later prophets and writings encompass later prophetic books, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and the 12 minor prophets, and other writings like Daniel, Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, and Esther, extending into the later periods of composition. Canonization. The selection of texts as authoritative scripture was a process that likely concluded by the 2nd century BCE, with ongoing debates about certain books into the early Christian era. New Testament. Gospels and Acts. The Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and the Acts of the Apostles document the life of Jesus and the early days of the Christian Church. These were written towards the latter half of the 1st century CE. Epistles, letters attributed to Paul and other apostles, were penned from the middle to the latter 1st century CE. They are among the earliest Christian documents, addressing theological issues and community guidance. Revelation. The Book of Revelation, a prophetic text, is traditionally dated to around 95 CE, marking the close of the New Testament writings. Canonization. The formation of the New Testament canon was a gradual process, with consensus on the 27 books emerging by the 4th century CE. The Bible's composition spans from the 12th century BCE with the earliest Old Testament texts, through to the end of the 1st century CE with the completion of the New Testament. The process of canonization, determining the official list of sacred texts, extended into the early centuries CE, solidifying the Bible as a central religious text for Christianity. Greg Gaines. Father, grandfather, minister, missionary, deacon, elder, author, digital missionary, foster parents. Welcome to our family. https://jesusleadershiptraining.com/about us/